Hi, my name is Cornelia and welcome to my book corner where I talk to you about books or series that I recently read. Now, before we get into the conversation about the series I'm about to talk about, please, okay, I would recommend you go and read the books if you have not read them and come back to further discuss said books, okay? So today book I'm talking about is more books to the series. I'm just talking about this first one, and then later on in the video I'll talk about the other ones, okay? The book I'm talking about is He's Still B.A.E. I would recommend you going to read B.A.E first, then read He Is Still B.A.E or He's Still B.A.E, okay? So that way, because those characters that's in B.A.E is also in He's Still B.A.E, okay? You get it? You understand? I did a whole bunch of roundabout. I hope y'all understand what the fuck I'm talking about. So please go read those and then come back and talk to me. Okay, boom. Avon. First of all, every single time I read that name, I laugh because, you have to have had a grandma or your aunties buy something from Avon to remember that name, because every single time I hear that, it reminds me of Avon. You know, the little what's it called, the little booklet or whatever that you went through, and they sell makeup and skincare, all that shit. That's how I remember it. Anyways, let's get into it. First, okay, so Avon, leave that motherfucker alone. Him and his baby mama drama. So Ace and his baby mama with their 2 kids is, he was living with her and they talk about for the kids. It was for the kids. And if you're smart, you wouldn't be with no man who's with his baby mama and staying with his baby mama for the kids. And she is smart from getting the fuck from out of there. Because if the baby mama could call her from his phone and have an hour conversation, baby, that means she's not all the way here. That means leave her alone. By the way, if you hear something in the back, it is my heater turning on. I live in an old building, okay? There's nothing I could do about it. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, they trying to keep me warm, and I'm okay with that. Anyway, so she's smart. Think about that money and mind your motherfucking business, okay? Period. Now let's talk about Kamari and his motherfucking mother. Okay, Miss Honey. Miss Honey would have got her ass slapped a long time ago because she kept talking about how my baby wasn't his, how that baby not his, and the baby don't look like him, and this, that, and the other. After Miss Girl Essence already asked him, you can get a test done on the baby if you want. And he said, no, I don't need to get a test done. Just for your mama to keep whispering in your ear that that baby may not be yours. And then you go behind her back and get a fucking test done. That's crazy. Why would you do that? That's so disrespectful. And then on top of that, your mama is being disrespectful. So before this, you go and get this test done, your mama says something out her fucking neck. Essence had to cuss her out. First of all, Essence didn't cuss her out like she should have cussed her out. She should have cussed her clean out. Okay? And maybe she would have sat her ass down. So you sat there, you and your mother went and got a test done after that lady had already told you if you wanted a test, we could get one so that your mama could stop on her bullshit, because you already wasn't talking with your mama because she was mad that you had a girlfriend. It was getting coochie. She's one of them weird ass boy moms. That's what the fuck Honey is acting like, okay? A weird ass boy mom. Like, that was her nigga, and somebody said that baby was his or something like that. Like, anyways, so the mom, Essence and Honey gets in an argument. You're basically yelling at Essence, talking about oh, you should have just ignored her. I'm with Essence. I would have been like, you know what? I got my own shit. Why am I sitting here arguing back and forth with this bitch? And you not putting her in her place. Bye. And then to go behind her back and get a DNA test. That's crazy. And then for your mother to be like, oh yeah, I'm so happy that this is my granddaughter. I want to see my granddaughter because, we got her tested. That injured knee, kick the fuck in. Stomping on that bitch because you're playing in my face. That's number one. You're playing in my face, okay? Now, right now on my mind is Tammy. Now, Tammy Miss Grub. Latrell asked her to marry him, and she's like, no. Why? Because in her heart of heart, she's still married to Ricky. Well, bitch, what at the end of the book is a cliffhanger. Why at the end of the book, somebody calls and said that this nigga had an 8-year-old child. If he wasn't dead then, he would have been dead now, because what? An 8-year-old child? In Colorado, bitch. And then let me get back to Essence ass. Leave set crack-headed ass alone. Like, you have a whole man and a whole family. Why the f- are you trying to help a crackhead out? Help yourself, bitch. That's what you need to do. Help yourself. And help your relationship with that nigga and his annoying ass mama. Help yourself. And you over here trying to help a crackhead? When the fuck did you become a fucking therapist? When was that your degree that motherfucking help crackheads? Because that's what the fuck he is, a crackhead. And you over here talking about some, nobody can help him, but I can help, bitch. How is you gonna be able to help him? And then you're not telling Kamari that you over there going to help that crackhead ass nigga, and that you still his emergency contact. Why you ain't telling people to leave you alone, that you got your family and you want nothing to do with that motherfucker? You already went over there trying to help him. He told you to mind your motherfucking business. So why is you over there trying to help him? As soon as you hear he up, you go running your ass over there. So now, you know what Kamari's gonna do? Yeah, I got a DNA test, but you didn't tell me you was over there helping your ex. That's exactly how he gonna run that shit. That's exactly how he's going to run that shit. And that shit is gonna blow mine. That shit is gonna blow mine. And the big mama was getting on my nerves because she keeps pushing it for Tammy to have a relationship with her mama, even though she got a relationship with her mama now. But I feel like, girl, stop pushing it. Shut the hell up, okay? Shut the hell up. Stop trying to tell this lady, this grown-ass lady, that she needs to have a relationship with her mother after this lady already told you the trauma she went through. Stop pushing me to have a relationship with this lady and let me do it on my own time, on my own accord. And honestly, sometimes, Sammy, you my favorite, but you need to have a little bit more decorum out here in these streets. You yelling and carrying it on and screaming and carrying on in these people's establishments. Get it together. I love Tammy, though. She's my favorite character. Monet and her man ain't really no issues. Moet and her man ain't really no issues. They're not really that much of a topic. It's more so Essence, Tammy, and Avon. Really. Avon was smart. Lead that man be. But you know, in the second book, some way, somehow, she's gonna end up back in that motherfucker's grave. She lost her virginity to that man. And one thing I will say, people catch feelings real quick in these series, Jahquel. They be catching feelings real quick. But I can't even get mad at, because don't nobody want to read a long, drawn out love affair. Don't nobody want to read that. So I very much understand that. And these books be having me laughing. I really appreciate that, Jahquel. You have very great humor. That's what I love about these books, okay? But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. It wasn't a lot, but child, Essence, leave that crackhead nigga alone. I don't understand why you feel like you need to be Captain Save-A-Ho. Okay, you're not a doctor, you're not a nurse, you do not know what you're doing. Okay, you do not work in a rehab facility, because that's where he need to go. Why do you feel the need that you are the only person that can help that man? He has a child. Shouldn't he be thinking about that child that he went and had on you? And you over here still trying to be, hey, I'm the only one he has. I'm the only one that can help him. Girl, bye. Bye. Yeah. And you cannot, and then Ace, you can't be mad, okay, that this man over here, you can't be mad that this lady, your baby mother, still has feelings for you and still believes that you are a family, when you and Avon stopped talking for a little bit before she saw you in the shoe store, okay? Was it in the shoe store? No. Yeah, it was in the shoe store. Anyways, long fucking story short. You cannot be upset that your baby mom think y'all working it out. When you sat there and you sleeping in the same bed with this lady, you just doing the same thing y'all did in your relationship except for fucking her. Okay? Except for breaking her back in. Y'all doing everything that y'all was doing before, and you're upset that she got the wrong signal, and you're saying you're doing it for the kids. How does that make any sense to you? And I don't want to hear talk about we've been through a lot. Fuck you and your lot. How about that? That's exactly what Avon said. Fuck you and your lot. That's how Aisha sat there and said, oh, I'm going to call this girl and we're going to have a conversation and basically have a woman to woman. Okay, that's what it's going to be. That's what it was. That's what that phone call was. Telling Avon, hey girl, can you leave my family alone? That's what the call was, that hour-long conversation. First of all, Avon is different because I'm not having an hour-long conversation with your ass. If you go call me and say, please leave my man alone, that's it, that's all. You don't have to tell me nothing else. We don't need to have an hour-long conversation. You don't need to know if he ate my pussy. You don't need to know if he broke my backhand. I would leave that man alone immediately. You only had to tell me one time, that's it. And then Avon, please stand up, and I hope you stand 10 toes down and don't become swayed by the sweet talks of this man. And because he is the person who took your virginity, I hope that you just keep your eye on the prize, and that is your career, because thank God you finally got it back, because baby, you was running broke. So don't let no man come between you and your coin. Period. So far, do you agree with how I feel? If you do not agree, comment down below. What do you think? Do you think Avon should give Ace another chance? I don't. Do you think Tammy should raise that child? I don't. Do you think Essence should have slapped Honey in her fucking face? I do. Yeah. I do. Yeah. Do you think Essence need to stop trying to help that crackhead? I do. What's your answers? Answer them down below. Okay. Bye. Okay. So we're now in He Still B.A.E. book 2. Too much is going on. First of all, why is Tamila's mama fucking Moet's daddy? Huh? That's crazy. That's funny as hell. I kind of seen that coming, but that's funny as hell. And Big Mama got a man. That's funny. What else is going on? Oh yeah, Ricky, which is the baby. Ricky, has autism, which I kind of figured as soon as they said that she no longer is talking, so that kind of made sense. What else is going on? Old girl's pregnant with a boy. Who is it? Monet or Moet? One of them. Well, they're sisters, but one of them is pregnant with a boy. And Essence almost fucked her crackhead ex. She almost fucked a crackhead ex, and Tammy was like, bitch, you over here trying to get back with a crackhead? Like, what is wrong with you? Which is true, but let's speak on this, though, because Kamari's mama is out of line, but he never really puts her in her place. Like, he'll yell at her, but he won't put her in her place like she needs to be put in her place. So she's always talking out of line, okay? So their relationship is tumultuous because of the mama. She need to tell that man that the mama can't stay there no more, because that mama just don't like her. What I say, boy mom issues? That's what I mean. She's lusting after her own son, and it's weird. And she was also about to tell her something that happened that was going on in Houston, why she not allowed to go to Houston. And bitch, it's a lot. This was so good, y'all. I liked the second book more so than the first one. The second book I enjoyed. Like, He's Still B.A.E. I'm enjoying this series more than I like B.A.E., to be quite honest. I'm not saying I don't like B.A.E, I'm just saying I like the second one better than the first one. Okay? Okay, I'm on the third book of He's Still B.A.E. Kamari disgusts me. Like, sick to my stomach. Like, how can you do that to Essence? Like, you been fucking Marisa, whatever the fuck her name is, what it seemed like, for a while. And it sounds like the mama knows. That's why she don't like Essence. She likes Marissa. She don't like Essence. And you play it in Essence's face. And it's disgusting. And you just finished fucking Marissa. And you gonna ask Essence to fuck you? I hope your career goes downhill, nigga. I hope you don't find any blessings. I hope your pillow is never cool at night. I hope you can't find a good spot in your bed at night. Every endorsement that you get falls through. That's what I hope for you. Because that's crazy work. That's nasty work. And you allowing your mama to sit there and talk crazy to her, and then you over here fucking around on her too? Bet. These niggas are dumb. Like, first of all, let's talk about fucking Avon and Aisha. Aisha came into the house and punched Avon in the fucking face. And Avon says she's pressing charges. And Ace says, why are you pressing charges on her? That bitch came in my house and punched me in my face. I could have a broken nose. That fucks with my job. And you're asking me why the fuck I'm pressing charges. Not only that, you was upset because I'm still working with this motherfucker who I should have not been fucking with, but I did fuck with. Find out he had a wife and then I was pregnant and I had to get an abortion. But at the end of the day, we have to stay professional because he is a well-known producer or director. And at the end of the day, I got to make my coin because this is a part of my dream. And you're upset about that and your feelings and acting all stupid and dramatic, but that's neither here nor there. And then your baby mama punched me in my face and you're going to sit here and tell me why I'm going to press charges on your baby mother? You should have never moved in with that motherfucker, Avon. Your ass should have went and moved into that brownstone that Tammy said she had for you. And that's what you wanted to do. But you so fucking hot in that ass with your little ass that you wanted to go play mommy with this nigga and his kids. That's your first fault. The second fault is Tammy and this motherfucking Latrell. Leave this nigga alone. You should have never messed with him in the first place. Leave Latrell alone. He over here not coming home at night. And he tells you that the friend he's spending time with is the same bitch that was in the strip club with her ass in his face and he was slapping it, smiling and carrying on. The same bitch you slapped the piss out in the strip club is the same one he spends time with and vents to. But he's not fucking her. And you moved in with this motherfucker and he telling you he not leaving the house because he pays bills. Meanwhile, your husband just died not too long ago. And you hopped into another relationship with somebody else and you love being motherfucking a therapist to everybody else and you doing the same dumb shit that your friends are doing. And you trying to give them advice, baby. You need to look in the mirror. Use the advice you giving other people. Use that shit for yourself. Cause what? So all of y'all just not shit, right? And then Kamari over here talk about, oh, this relationship ain't working. Baby, it been ain't working. You been cheating on her. So she's doing what you doing. But you don't like that she's doing exactly what you're doing. You don't like that shit. You wanted to be the only one to do that. And that's not how that's working. Okay, so I finished the He's Still B.A.E series, okay? Okay, so I don't know if I told y'all that Tammy's mama was fucking Moat's daddy. I don't know if I told y'all that, but she was. And talk about she was in love with that man, and Tammy was like, bitch, I ain't ever talk to you again because that's crazy. And then come to find out that Moet's daddy decided to get back with her mama, so he left Tammy's mama. And yeah, that's what you get for fucking with a married man. Essence is back messing with that crackhead ass nigga. He may be recovering, but he will forever be crackhead. He will forever be a crackheaded ass nigga to me. And Tammy, okay? Tammy acting the fool with what's his name, Latrell. Like, that's your man, you love him. I understand you loved you some Ricky, but Ricky is no longer here. Okay, I understand Ricky is their child's name. She's Ricky Jr. and her daddy is Ricky Sr. Okay? But anyways, long for the story short, I'm still stuck on Kamari. Oh yeah, I don't know if I told y'all. No, I did tell y'all. Kamari is messing with Marissa this whole time. Before she even started fucking with crackhead, you was messing with that lady. Turning around, looking at her, looking at Essence, and making it seem like the reason why y'all relationship was downhill is because she had an attitude problem, or it was because of her and she wasn't spending too much time with you. Just for your crippled ass to wake up early in the morning and come home late at night because you over there in that bitch face when she married. Just to then turn around and your mama tell Essence, yeah, girl, he actually has another child with Down syndrome, and they were too embarrassed, so I just raised her on my own. They were too embarrassed to let people know that they have a child with Down syndrome, and I've been raising the child in Houston. That's why you're not allowed to go to Houston, because him and Marissa have a child down there, a little girl named Kaylani. You was acting like this your first child. You ain't ever experienced this before. This is crazy. Oh my gosh, this is my first daughter. You crying, tears pouring down your face after birth just for your bitch ass to have a child already? So not only you fucking a bitch that you had a child with behind this girl back, you didn't have a child that you hid from her. Then you come home and attitude and making it seem like it was her fault while your relationship wasn't how it used to be. Now, did you move quick in this relationship? You very much did so. But then you sat there and turned and looked at her and talk about some our relationship. I think something is wrong. You think something's wrong? You too busy sticking your dick in the next bitch. And then this motherfucker came home and asked her to fuck him. After you finished fucking that bitch, you came your ass, your crippled ass home with your pimp stink and asked her to fuck you. Accessing the after you was just the disrespect is crazy. That's why when Essence started fucking around with crackhead and he was bringing her back in, and Jahquel is good for this. First of all, I feel like it's funny because she named one of the kids Ja Ryan. I think that's super cute, and I said, oh, look at her naming the kids after herself. Anyway, long for the short, I found a parallel when I was reading it. So remember, he would wake up, put on, spray his cologne on, and she asked him where he going early in the morning. Oh, I'll be right back. Oh, I'm going to therapy. And the therapy people told her, oh, he hasn't been here in a long time. Oh, yeah, nigga, you lying. So she said, okay, bet, since you want to lie, bitch, I'm finna go and pop this pussy for a real nigga. Well, real crackhead. So she goes and she boop, boop, boop. And then she starts, and he, the one asking her, where you going? I'm going to see a man about a horse, bitch. Mind your business, okay? And so now that this is going on, I seen that parallel and I said, yes, treat him how he was treating you. Let him sit here and wonder where you at. Like you was sitting there wondering where he was at late at night. Period. And congratulations on the damn spa. Period. Now this man sat here and made her feel like shit for working for Amy while he was still in Marissa Fast. These urban romance books are going to show you the audacity of some of these niggas. They are. And I love to see it. I love to see it because it's like teaching you, girl. It's teaching you. Okay? Also, I would like Jahquel to be a little bit more descriptive when it comes to the sex scenes. You understand? Like I needed to be a little more drawn out. I don't need you to just say, yeah, he back and he broke my back in and we went at it for an hour. Can you like describe it a little bit more? Like I want to hear a little bit more. Like what really happened? Like I understand sometimes it's like, girl, how much you want me to write, and it's just gonna be like porn. Like I'm not asking you to write porn, but I'm asking you to be a little bit more descriptive about the sex scenes. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more descriptive. You feel me? Like the sweat glisten, the drop of sweat came from up here all the way down to a clit. Some shit like that. That's what I'm talking about. Like I need to be a little bit more descriptive because I'm used to reading books that is nasty. Okay, I'm into sci-fi, fantasy, paranormal, all that shit, and it's nasty. Okay, and I know urban books are nasty, aka Zane. Okay, I think the first series books that I've ever read was Zane series, and I was very, very young. Not saying that was good, but I'm saying that's exactly what happened. I was very young, and my first set of books I've ever read back to back was Zane books. My mama had just bought some, and I read all of them, and she didn't read them yet because they were just sitting there, and I read all of them. And she asked me, I was probably like real young. I was probably like second grade or something like that, third grade. Like I've read books my whole entire life, but I'm saying like series, back to back, back to back, back to back. And my mother was like, "You read everything?" Yeah, girl, I read it all. Did I understand what the fuck I was reading? Absolutely not. But I read it and I enjoyed it. And did I understand what was going on? No. But anyways, I absolutely enjoyed this series. I loved it. Sorry if you could hear what's going on in the back. That is my heater. It ain't cold, so I don't know why they turned the heat on, but that's neither here nor there. But this is a note to Jahquel. I find you to be hilarious. I find you to be fucking hilarious. I find certain characters are the most serious characters, like the glue to the group, but be funny as hell. Do you understand me? Like, I find them to be hilarious. That's one thing I really like about books. Like, they have a lot of serious parts in it, but there's also still comedic relief to it. So you don't feel like it's just serious, something going on every single time. You still have a kiki. And that's what I like. I like that Josh books are still, you have a kiki wrapped in very real life situations. You know what I'm saying? Not my real life situations, but I'm pretty sure there's people out there that can relate, women out there that can relate, that has certain relationships like the girls in these books, or certain situations like the girls in these books, and I enjoy that. I want to know, she must be very observant. She must have been a very observant child and watch her aunties and her mama and her grandmama and stuff talk, because, listen to them talk, because it be some tea in these books, and I just be kikiing. Like, every single time Tammy says something, I kiki, like, when it has to deal with somebody else, because I feel like sometimes when it's in her relationship, she doesn't take her own advice. Like, she's a great advice giver, but she's not a great advice taker. You get what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't take her own advice, and that's something that I don't quite like about Tammy, but she's gonna forever be truthful with you. So if you ever need somebody to be truthful with you, I would go to Tammy. Okay, I wouldn't go to no other bitch. I would go to Tammy. Tammy's gonna tell you whether you want to hear it or not. She's not gonna sugarcoat shit for you, and she's not gonna tell you what you want to hear. She's gonna tell you what you need to hear, and I love that. But yes, Jahquel, chef's kiss. You know how to write. You're doing great. You don't need no advice from anybody else. I'm just saying be a little bit more descriptive when it comes to the sex, girl. Because I want to know how big that dick is. Is it veiny? What the head look like? What the balls giving? Are they hairy? Is it a third leg? Is it touching his knee? Does it touch his belly button? That's the things that I want to know. That's the things I want to read about. But anyways, long story short, again, if you read this series before, comment down below and tell me what you think. Obviously, if I'm having this discussion with y'all, I very much hope you do go and read it, or you have read it, okay? If you've gone and read this book because I've said something about it, tell me. Tell me, and if you liked it. Because, baby, I've got recommended some books, and I was like, why the fuck did you recommend these books to me? There's another thing. If you're going to recommend a book to me, please let it be more than 100 pages, because I like to read. I like to sit and actually have something to read. I'm not interested in reading a 70-page book. That's the newspaper. That's the magazine. I don't want to read that. I want to read a novel. I want to read a series. You understand? That's why I haven't read Quasim yet, because the rest of the series ain't out yet. And I hate having to read because I'm going to forget. I'm going to forget characters. I'm not even going to hold you. I'm going to forget characters, and I'm on the third book, and I forgot any character that happened in the first book, or any situation that happened in the first book. So if it's a book and I have to wait till next year for the next book and stuff like that, like, I'm gonna just wait for the next book in the series, because, baby, I read too much and I'm gonna forget the plot twist, the cliffhanger, the air hanger. I'm gonna forget everything. The prince, the tadpole, the talking cat, baby, I'm gonna forget it all. Okay? Yeah. Anyways, again, comment down below. Bye.